Do you remember those quiet evenings watching Jean and Lionel's charming late-in-life romance unfold on that old TV screen? Premiering in 1992, As Time Goes By became a beloved classic, thanks to its witty dialogue and heartfelt chemistry. But over 30 years have passed. Where are those beloved stars now? Some continued to shine. Others vanished into silence. Stay with us until the end of this video as we reveal the untold stories of a cast who once defined what timeless love on screen truly meant. Subscribe and let me know where you're watching from in the comments. Judi Dench.
Just two people, just two people.
Born on December 9th, 1934 in York, England, Dame Judi Dench was already a titan of British stage and screen when she took on the role of Jean Hardcastle in As Time Goes By at the age of 58. First aired in 1992, the BBC sitcom followed a rekindled romance decades after a lost letter, and Dench's portrayal of Jean, sharp-witted, poised, and quietly vulnerable, earned her praise far beyond her Shakespearean roots. Her chemistry with the late Geoffrey Palmer turned Jean and Lionel into one of television's most emotionally resonant couples. The series ran for 9 seasons and 67 episodes, concluding in 2005, and remains one of the BBC's most cherished romantic sitcoms. Beyond As Time Goes By, Judi Dench built an extraordinary screen career. She won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Shakespeare in Love, 1998.
Mr. Tilney!
Appeared as M in 7 James Bond films from 1995 to 2012, and earned 7 Oscar nominations.
I want you to find Goldeneye. Find who took it, what they plan to do with it, and stop it.
8 BAFTA Awards, 2 Golden Globes, and a Tony.
There is nothing like a dame. The Oscar goes to Dame Judi Dench.
In 2012, she revealed she had developed age-related macular degeneration, severely limiting her central vision. Yet, she continues working. In 2021, she starred in Belfast, directed by Kenneth Branagh, earning another Oscar nomination at age 87. Dench was married to actor Michael Williams for 30 years, from 1971 until his death from lung cancer in 2001. Their only child, Finty Williams, born 1972, followed her mother into acting. Since 2010, Judi has been in a long-term relationship with conservationist David Mills. As of July 11, 2025, she is 90 years old, and her net worth is estimated at £30 million sterling, approximately $38 million US. Despite her health struggles, she has said, "I have no intention of retiring. I love what I do." Geoffrey Palmer.
I've got a bit of grey myself.
Born on June 4, 1927 in London, Geoffrey Dyson Palmer became one of Britain's most dependable and admired character actors. When he began portraying Lionel Hardcastle in As Time Goes By in 1992, he was 65 years old. The role of Lionel, a reserved ex-army officer turned travel writer, fit Palmer's signature dry wit and understated delivery perfectly. His interactions with Judi Dench's Jean formed the emotional backbone of the series, offering a refreshing portrayal of mature love. Palmer was no stranger to television fame before As Time Goes By. His credits included Butterflies, The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin,
Atheists, agnostics, long-haired weirdos, short-haired weirdos, vandals, hooligans,
and countless guest appearances in shows like Fawlty Towers and Doctor Who. However, Lionel Hardcastle was perhaps his most recognizable and enduring role, which he played consistently across 67 episodes over 13 years. Off-screen, Palmer maintained a low public profile. Known for his professionalism and privacy, he rarely gave interviews and avoided celebrity events. Despite his quiet demeanor, His impact on British television was profound. His distinctive gravelly voice, often used in voiceover narration and advertisements, became part of the cultural fabric in the UK. Palmer was married to Sally Green from 1963 until his death. They had 2 children, including Charles Palmer, a television director known for working on Doctor Who and Agatha Christie's Marple. Geoffrey was a devoted husband and father, choosing to spend his later years away from the spotlight. He passed away peacefully at home on November 5, 2020, at the age of 93. His death marked the end of an era for fans of British comedy. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment world, describing him as a gentleman actor whose talent left a quiet but lasting legacy. Moira Brooker.
Well, say what? I don't know, just anything.
Born in 1957 in London, England, Moira Brooker was relatively unknown to international audiences before being cast as Judith Hanson, Jean's daughter, in As Time Goes By. She joined the show in 1992 at around 35 years old, bringing youthful energy and emotional depth to the ensemble. Judith, known for her charm and sense of loyalty, often supported her mother in running the secretarial agency and offered a modern generational perspective to the storyline. Moira trained at the Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art, one of the UK's top institutions for classical acting. Before her television breakthrough, she appeared in stage productions across the country, including Shakespearean works and contemporary dramas. Her portrayal of Judith spanned the entire series' run of 13 years and 67 episodes, solidifying her as a recognizable face in British households. Though As Time Goes By remains her most iconic role, Moira continued to work steadily in British theatre and television. She took on supporting roles in series such as Doctors and Casualty, while also participating in national tours and West End revivals. Her performances have consistently been praised for their emotional nuance and natural presence. In her private life, Moira married fellow actor Anthony Milner in 1985. They had 2 children and maintained a close-knit family. Tragically, Milner passed away in 2015, a loss that deeply affected her. Since then, she has devoted time to charitable organizations related to health and bereavement support, using her own experiences to help others navigate grief. Now 67 years old as of July 2025, Moira continues to act, often in mature roles that reflect her evolving range. Though she has stepped back from the spotlight, she remains respected within the theatrical community. She values privacy and prefers to let her work speak for itself. Philip Bretherton.
Oh, your mobile's ringing. Oh, it's still alive.
Born on May 30th, 1955, in Preston, Lancashire, England, Philip Bretherton became a household name for his portrayal of Alistair Deacon, the eccentric and endlessly optimistic publisher in As Time Goes By. When the show began in 1992, Bretherton was 37 years old, and his performance brought a youthful, flamboyant charm that contrasted beautifully with the series' more grounded characters. Before landing that iconic role, he studied English and drama at the University of Manchester, later training as an actor through repertory theatre and TV roles. Though he had supporting parts in Coronation Street, The Bill, and Casualty, it was As Time Goes By, with 67 episodes across 9 seasons, that cemented his place in British television history. Off-screen, Bretherton is known to lead a private life. He has never married and has no known children. He has spoken in rare interviews about preferring a quiet lifestyle, focusing on travel, reading, and exploring different cultures. His family background is largely kept out of public discourse, and he avoids social media, choosing instead to remain grounded in his work and personal passions. After As Time Goes By, he continued acting in TV dramas like Doctors, New Tricks, and The Thick of It, while also maintaining a strong presence in UK theatre. He worked extensively with the Royal Shakespeare Company, appearing in acclaimed productions such as Othello and The Winter's Tale. As of 2025, Bretherton is 70 years old and resides in southern England, dividing his time between occasional stage roles and personal retreats abroad. While he does not have children or a public partner, his life reflects a focus on artistic expression, solitude, and self-discovery. Jenny Funnell.
Well, what about when I came in last night? I said, I've been to a rugby match. And you said, yes, I did. England won.
Jenny Funnell was born on May 20th, 1963, in Nairobi, Kenya, and raised in the UK. When she began portraying Sandy, Jean's personal assistant, in As Time Goes By, she was just 29 years old. Sandy, with her bubbly personality, quick wit, and practical sensibility, quickly became a fan favorite. She provided not only comic relief but also emotional grounding for the show's central characters. Trained at the prestigious Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art, Funnell began her career in the mid-1880s, landing guest roles in series like Brookside and Boone. Her breakout came with As Time Goes By, in which she remained a key cast member for all 67 episodes over 13 years, from 1992 to 2005. Unlike her older co-stars, Funnell continued to build a career largely centered around stage work, including roles in productions with Theatre Royal Windsor, English Touring Theatre, and Chichester Festival Theatre. Her theatre work showcases her versatility, especially in classical adaptations and comedies. Off-screen, Jenny is known to be grounded and family-oriented. She is married to a non-industry professional and is a proud mother of one daughter, whose name and details are kept private. Funnell has occasionally shared snippets of her home life through interviews, speaking fondly of the joys and challenges of balancing motherhood with a demanding career in performance. As of July 2025, she is 62 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry, particularly in regional theatre and radio drama. She has also voiced characters in BBC Radio 4 plays, demonstrating her range in audio storytelling. Though she may not have pursued Hollywood fame, Jenny Funnell has carved a niche in British performing arts that speaks to quiet excellence and long-term commitment. Frank Middlemass. Frank Middlemass was born on May 28, 1919, in Eagles Cliff, County Durham, England. At the age of 74, he joined As Time Goes By as Rocky Hardcastle, Lionel's spirited father. A cheerful widower who lived in the countryside with his second wife, Rocky brought a spark of unpredictability and humor to every scene he entered. His enthusiasm for life, love of nature, and unapologetic charm made him a standout supporting character. Before his time on the sitcom, Middlemass had a long and respected career. He served in the British Army during World War II, reaching the rank of lieutenant before being invalided out. Following his military service, he trained as an actor and became a fixture in British theatre, working with the Royal Shakespeare Company and the National Theatre. His stage credits included King Lear, Twelfth Night, and The Cherry Orchard. Middlemass transitioned to television in the 1960s and went on to appear in numerous series, including Poldark, Yes Minister, and Heartbeat. In As Time Goes By, he portrayed Rocky from 1993 to 2002, appearing in a total of 23 episodes. His performance brought a multi-generational dynamic to the show and enriched Lionel's character arc. Frank never married, but was known to have had close relationships throughout his life. Despite his fame, he preferred a quiet personal life, often retreating to the countryside between projects. Colleagues described him as kind, witty, and deeply professional. In his later years, Middlemass continued acting in radio and stage productions. Sadly, his health declined, and he passed away on September 8, 2006, at the age of 87 in London. His death marked the end of a 6-decade-long acting career that had spanned stage, television, and film. Paul Chapman.
I go somewhere in the middle. Like,
Born on July 26, 1939 in London, Paul Chapman entered the world of acting through classical training and a deep passion for storytelling. He was 54 years old when he first appeared in As Time Goes By in 1993, portraying Stephen, Lionel's longtime friend and confidant. With a calm demeanor and a dry sense of humor, Stephen brought subtle wisdom and emotional support to the show's central couple, balancing out more animated characters like Alistair. Paul's acting roots run deep. He is the nephew of Edward Chapman, a well-known British actor from the early 20th century. Educated at RADA, Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, he launched his career in the late 1950s, performing in numerous stage productions before transitioning to film and television. His early credits include appearances in The Pallisers, 1974, Colditz, and Midsummer Murders. While his role in As Time Goes By was recurring rather than central, Chapman's portrayal of Stephen left a lasting impression for its understated elegance and natural chemistry with Geoffrey Palmer. His presence provided stability to scenes dealing with aging, friendship, and emotional maturity. Outside of acting, Chapman is known for valuing personal privacy. He has been married for several decades, although his wife's identity has never been made public. It is known that he has children and grandchildren, and in interviews, he has expressed gratitude for a peaceful family life that kept him grounded amid the changing tides of the entertainment industry. Chapman has remained active well into his later years. In his 70s, he appeared in British dramas such as Doctors and New Tricks. In theater, he continued to perform in productions in London's West End and on regional tours, often favoring complex, character-driven roles. As of July 2025, he is 85 years old and still occasionally accepts roles in radio plays and stage readings. His health remains stable thanks to a disciplined lifestyle focused on fitness and mindfulness. Chapman has spoken at acting workshops and seminars, mentoring young performers and passing on his quiet dedication to the craft. Janet Henfrey. Janet Henfrey was born on August 16, 1935, in Aldershot, Hampshire, England. Though not a main cast member in As Time Goes By, she made memorable guest appearances and is best known to British audiences for her role as Mrs. Bale in Keeping Up Appearances. Her unmistakable voice, poised delivery, and trademark strict but sympathetic screen presence made her a natural fit for characters who exuded order and quiet authority. Educated at St. Anne's College, Oxford, where she studied English, Janet later trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA. She began her career in the 1960s and has worked continuously in television, film, and theater for over 6 decades. Her early work included appearances in Doctor Who, Tales of the Unexpected, and The Singing Detective, where she demonstrated a gift for understated but compelling character portrayals. In Keeping Up Appearances, she played Mrs. Bale, the efficient and weather-obsessed housekeeper, in 1993. Although a secondary character, she quickly gained popularity for her deadpan humor and meticulous mannerisms. Her recurring appearances in As Time Goes By offered fans another glimpse of her mastery of comic timing and subtle expression. Janet has never sought celebrity status. She has always prioritized her craft over fame, choosing roles in both mainstream productions and experimental theater. Her stage work includes collaborations with the National Theatre, and her performances in Pygmalion and The Importance of Being Earnest received particular praise. Privately, Henfrey has remained discreet. She was married once, though she rarely discusses her personal relationships publicly. She has no children, and in interviews, has spoken about devoting her life to the arts and social causes. A strong advocate for environmental issues, she is a longtime supporter of sustainability initiatives and regularly lends her voice to climate activism. As of July 2025, Janet is 89 years old and still occasionally appears in television and stage productions. Her voice acting continues to be in demand, especially in BBC radio dramas. Her sharp intellect, commanding stage presence, and commitment to craft make her one of the most respected character actresses in Britain. The cast of As Time Goes By gave us more than laughter. They brought reflections on love, time, and aging. Who do you remember most from the series? Which transformation moved you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you spot any inaccuracies, feel free to kindly point them out. We're always looking to improve future videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hollywood Movie Stars for more unforgettable journeys through television history.